a white car, there's a white bumper right there.
When you're driving that vehicle, it's not involved.
Yeah.
You want to just go check 9 South real quick?
Yeah, but what, white Toyota?
Yeah, there's a white bumper here. What kind of car was
It
it?
was, I think, a white Toyota.
A white Toyota? Did you get a license plate by chance?
I tried to, but the car just down.
Okay, any distinguishing character?
Okay, obviously, I kind of have an idea of where it's going. Did she knock that light over? The traffic light?
Well, we don't know. We haven't watched the video.
Well, if she did, you guys already know what I'm going to say. But let's
Of course,
continue.
if she did, it's really bad. She's putting a lot of people in harm's way. And plus, if he's a sheriff on duty, he's got no choice but to do what he's got to do because he can't put his job on the line for something irresponsible that she's done. Mm-hmm. But this is why I don't think police officers should work in the same areas that they live in.
Well, I mean, it'd be unfair to send them to another...
No, but in the UK, police officers don't work in the area they live in. They get sent to different areas for safety reasons.
Are you saying just a different area or a different state?
Area.
Okay.
Like, for example, if a police officer lived in central London, they might get sent to North London for work because it's different places, or a police officer might live in Basildon and get sent to Hackney.
Characteristics on it or just a white?
I couldn't see who it was.
Okay, was it a 4-door, 2-door?
670, I'm going to check 9 South.
It was like a small car like this.
Okay. Simple. If it doesn't go, doesn't go, don't force it. All right, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I just want to say though, that thing looks heavy and sturdy. Like, she must have hit it with some force to knock it down. And I don't even know how she's still alive. Or how she managed to still get away. Like, that's a heavy ass traffic light.
That's some serious health and safety shit.
Yeah.
See if we can both pick that up.
Yeah, we should be able to.
That looked at 365 for
Yeah, there you go.
1, 2. Hold that for a sec. You good?
Yep.
All right. If anybody's in the area, 10-3. You just bring some cones out. We're able to move it off the side of the road a little bit more, make it passable. And then put this one over here. Let's go over.
Do you know what that's for?
To alert people that are coming.
Oh. I've never seen that before in my life.
We don't use them down here, I don't think. Maybe it's an animal thing as well. I don't know.
Animal?
Yeah, because they get a lot of animals that run out when there's commotion.
To go to Wawa.
Come back from Applebee's?
Yeah, I had a drink.
Okay. How old are you?
21.
You're 21?
Yeah.
665, we're just going to play this out for now.
My dad is,
We're going to go to Wawa. So we get it
Sean
with
Lee.
the
Who was that?
John Lee.
John Lee? Okay. Listen, your bumper's in the road over there. Okay, did you just hit that pole?
No, I promise you I did
No?
not.
So if someone brings that bumper over here, it's not going to match up perfectly. You're coming from Applebee's, you're telling me. You went out that way. Everything's matching up. Witnesses said they saw a white car cross over in this direction, and I happen to find your car parked here
The bumper
with no bumper.
The bumper was hanging off.
Okay. All right.
She's already messed up. She's lying to the police now.
Yeah.
It's very obvious what's happened. I know it's scary getting stopped by the police, especially when you've done something as dumb as that. But there's no way to lie yourself out of this one. You are in the vicinity. Your car doesn't have a bumper. There's a matching bumper across the road with a traffic light on the floor. Just take your L. You're making it worse for
And there
yourself.
was witnesses as well, yeah.
There was witnesses.
But look, with how quiet she is, you can tell she's had too much to drink, and to hit a traffic light, she ain't even going to be in any, like, fit mental state to even, just discuss exactly what's happened. She's pissed.
The guilt is all over her face.
Yeah.
I can see the guilt. I mean, the police officer's probably seen this 100 times. There's no point in lying.
So, Teresa,
Yes.
let me ask you again.
Yeah.
You left Applebee's.
Yeah, I left Applebee's.
You cut through the plaza. You came out by Lowe's and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Did you hit the traffic pole that's right
No, I
there?
did not hit the traffic pole.
Do you not remember hitting a traffic pole?
Did not hit the traffic pole, I promise you.
So your bumper's in the middle of the road over there, and there's a pole down.
This part was hanging off already because I already hit something.
Okay.
When I hit a deer in Pennsylvania.
The one officer come here who's out with your other part of your bumper. He's going to talk to you, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
I just found a piece next to the telephone pole you just took out.
I hit oh my God, he's a sheriff's officer.
That's great. You smashed the traffic light when you left the scene of an accident. And now you're lying about it.
But Teresa, I explained to you this before. Lying isn't going to get you anywhere. We just need to know the truth.
You just lied. You just lied. We just caught you in a lie.
Can you tell me
I just found this piece over by the traffic light by Lowe's. You said that piece fell.
So her dad's not working. She's obviously being caught by other police officers, and she's asking them to call her dad because she thinks her dad's going to be able to get out of this mess because of who he is.
Yeah, well, her dad's about to be a responsible parent, I assume.
Off in Pennsylvania.
You
That's a
told me
lie.
you hit a deer. You told me a whole bunch of stories.
You're in Pennsylvania. You can ask my dad. Please ask my dad.
You just hit a telephone, a traffic light. And that's where this piece was.
That's probably where that piece was. Yes, I probably hit that.
You did hit that.
I hit it.
You see this?
I hit it here before this. You can ask my dad.
This piece fell off at the traffic light that you hit, that you knocked over.
I did not hit a traffic light today.
So you mean to tell me that's just a coincidence that this was
I
on?
did not hit a traffic light today.
So again, you mean to tell me that this is just a coincidence that this piece was found right next to a traffic light?
Listen, are you just scared you're going to get tickets or something?
Yes.
Is that all it is?
Yes.
So you want to just tell the truth?
Now you're wasting police time. I would arrest you on that basis alone. It's very obvious. It fits your car perfectly. All they have to really do is walk over to the traffic light, get the bumper. They could probably look at the marks on the traffic light because you must have hit it with a lot of force to knock that thing over. I don't get why you're lying. It's so obvious. This isn't even something where it's like, do you know what? Maybe I can get away with this. This is clear cut, as clear cut as it can get.
It's just funny because he's handling it really well. I mean, she's not exactly being mouthy, but he's like, are you, like you and Zoe's fell out, are you really meaning to tell me that this just randomly fell off right next to a traffic light that's on the floor after you've left Applebee's having a drink? Like,
I would say to her that I understand that you're afraid right now. I understand there's loads of dudes circling you. I understand it's a scary situation, but you need to understand that you're wasting our time now, and lying to police makes everything worse. Just admit it, take your L. Whatever's going to happen, happens, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen anyway, and you're going to add to it now. Lying, if I was a police officer and someone started lying to me like this, I would have to teach them a lesson. And no, that doesn't mean like put your knee on their neck or something, but obviously you arrest them and you charge them accordingly. And you charge them for, I don't know if you can charge someone for wasting police time or lying, but she has to learn her lesson. You can't coddle kids. She looks like she might be 16 because you can drive quite young in America, can't you? So she needs to learn young so she doesn't do this again. If her dad now comes out and saves her, that's not going to set a good precedent. She's always going to think, oh, my dad's a cop, he'll save me. She needs to learn now, so I hope you arrest her.
I reckon she's older than 16 though. I think you have to be 21 to drink in America.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well,
Yeah.
she looks very, very young.
Yes, I'm telling you the
So when
truth.
after Applebee's, did you hit a traffic pole?
I think I hit something. I remember hitting something.
You can't miss it. It lights up. It's red, green, and yellow.
I remember hitting something after Applebee's. But
Okay.
I'm saying, like,
And then did you drive away because you're scared because you had maybe had one drink and you think you're drunk?
Yeah.
And you might get arrested, but you don't seem like you're drunk?
Yes.
Is that what's going on? So you drove away because you're scared?
Yes.
So you might get some tickets and maybe you might get arrested? Is that why?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're starting to tell the truth, right?
I remember hitting something, but I remember, like from before this, I already hit something, and he was.
So you're saying there was some damage, but obviously your bumper is over there.
You said you hit a deer.
So funny.
You said you hit a deer. If you were going to lie, just stick with the lie. Now you've changed it.
Yeah, it's literally like talking to a 4-year-old that's having a strop. Like, okay, so did you eat the banana when I said no? Yes. And did you have it before your dinner when I said you can have it after dinner? Yes. Is it because you were scared you was going to get in trouble? Yes.
Your voice is perfect for this now as well.
Like this officer was saying.
This was already damaged.
Okay.
This was already
Okay.
damaged. This fell off because of already damage.
Okay, but it fell off on Lanes Mill where the pole is in the middle of the road.
Just
Okay.
call my dad. He would tell you.
Well,
He's a
here's
sheriff's officer,
the thing.
I
Your dad, the
promise you.
sheriff's officer, wasn't driving your vehicle today. Your
He
dad, the
would
sheriff's
tell you
officer.
it's already damaged. And they already reported to the
Well, listen,
insurance.
here's the
They
deal.
already reported everything.
Pump the brakes. You're 21. You're an adult. We're trying to figure out what happened with you and driving and leaving the
I
scene
hit
of the
a
crash.
I hit a curb.
You hit a traffic signal.
No, I hit a curb.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
so what it was is basically this was intact.
Let me just stop it quickly. This is going to sound really harsh because she's young. But if I was a police officer and someone started crying, you're about to get on my bad side. Because crying like this is a form of manipulation. She's trying to manipulate him because she's a young girl. You think a grown man is going to stand there crying? They're not going to be that calm with a grown man. He'll be in handcuffs already for chatting shit. They're being very calm with her and she's trying to manipulate them. So I understand why she's trying to do it. She's scared. I would advise people against it. The minute someone starts crying at me to get their point across, I already take it as manipulation. Obviously, there's certain instances where I understand why someone's crying, but in an instance like this, you're trying to manipulate the situation because you're a young girl. And that is going to go against you a lot of the time. I would not advise doing some dumb shit like that. Just take your L on the chest and keep it moving.
Okay.
This piece was missing, but these scratches here, that's all from a deer that she tried to avoid.
What it is, right? Alright. Good. Alright. So at this point in time, based off the testimony you did,
So she was half telling the truth. She did hit a deer and she hit the traffic light.
Yeah, no, I believed the deer thing.
I didn't believe it.
But I know it didn't happen the same night as this. But you can see her dad's probably been woken up late at night out of his sleep. He's probably dealt with her drink driving many times before and told her time and time again and she ain't listened. So he's probably thinking, fuck this shit now. You're gonna learn it, eh?
Yeah, I mean, if you've hit a deer and you've now hit a traffic light, yeah, it's okay. It's time to get arrested. You shouldn't be driving. I mean, I've had a deer run in front of me before. It can be scary. Luckily, I've never hit one. I was swerved out of the way. I understand that but I've also seen some people where the deer's in the middle of the road and the donut's on their phone and they smash into the deer. Which I'm willing to bet since this girl's been driving, that is very likely for her.
But the bumper's only fallen off on one side. And it's on the opposite side to where her steering wheel is. So I reckon maybe she's just not a good judge of character of the size of the car.
Yeah, she's got no depth of perception. Like, she doesn't understand. And there's a lot of drivers like that. They don't understand how wide their car is and how far ahead the bonnet is from the steering wheel. I've sat in cars with people that I'm on the passenger side and I'm looking at the curve and I'm like, this motherfucker's going to kill us. Yeah. Their curve is like this. And they're not paying attention at all. And I've unfortunately been in a car with an idiot who was too close to the curb and we just we hit a fence. We smashed into a wall. I've been in a few car accidents with friends. That was the worst one. Guy had no idea where the curb was whatsoever.
and everything that happened today, alright, I don't think that you were okay to safely operate the motor vehicle. Alright, I think that is, there's a break or something else going on, so you're good to know what you're doing.
Base, one female, 41. 17 for Johnsville.
Dad, Dad, Dad.
Hold on, we'll let you go.
Do you have anything to tell your console?
No,
Do you need anything from inside the car, cell phone?
no, my cell phone is in there. My car keys. I did the test right. I don't understand.
So the word indicator said that you're not safely, not okay to safely operate the motor
I
vehicle.
asked you what.
Yeah, you took too many steps and started to you missed steps, healed the tail. Going through the one-way stand, you left your arms off the balance. There's a lot of indicators there that you're repairing. So we're going to walk through the middle part here.
I'm a soccer team captain.
Did she say I'm the captain of the soccer team?
Yeah, because something like this could maybe mess up her career. You know,
Yeah.
when people get like criminal record stuff. I don't know if she'd get a criminal record for this, but whatever it is. And it's just like, or maybe she needs her car to drive, but it's just like, well, you weren't really thinking about your career or your soccer team or anything else when you was down in them drinks, knowing that you drove there. Like, one thing I don't agree with is drink driving, and I can never condone it or feel sorry for people, because if you've driven somewhere, you know you got to drive back. Don't drink. And if you still continue to drink knowing you've got to drive back, you're an idiot. It's so dangerous. And you know, when it's like late at night and you're driving home and people are like, oh, be careful. And I'm like, what do you mean be careful? No, I'm lying. Let me retell that again. Sometimes if people have a drink, I'll tell them, you're not driving home. And they'll be like, I'm fine. Like, I can drive. Okay, yes, very well. You might be able to drive and get yourself home in one piece. However, if someone else on the road crashes into you now, you're going to get done, because you're going to get checked as well and you've had a drink. So you're putting yourself at risk there. You're also putting other people who are responsible at risk, all because you wanted to have a drink. Just leave your car there, get a cab home, or don't drink. It's simple. Like, I can never get behind it. It's one thing I hate, and I can't stand when people do it.
No, I completely agree. I'm not going to sit here and act holier than thou. Like, everybody has had like 1 or 2 drinks and got in the car. But unfortunately, like, if you do something stupid, you got to pay the consequences. Now, I haven't done that in a very, very long time. I did it in Cyprus. You know, obviously I shouldn't have. I was like 18 years old, 19 years old, I can't remember. And I wasn't drunk, though. I had a drink. I had 1 drink and I decided to go home. But I've known people to get in their car, just they can't even like function. They don't know where they are. And then they drive. So where this girl was going, Dad, please, I'm the captain of the soccer team. That could have been a woman or a man or a child or an animal.
That you hit instead of a traffic light.
Or she hit the traffic light and someone's walking and it falls down. And how many times have we seen these Instagram videos where the most ridiculous, like someone's being murdered on camera or something crazy's happened?
Yeah.
I've seen like shit like this before. So I'm sorry, like your life may maybe get a little rocky now because of what you've done, but you need to learn a lesson. Drink driving is one of the most irresponsible things that you can do. And I'm not saying, you know, you go to the pub, you have 1 Guinness and like you can't feel anything. I'm not talking about those people. Even then, probably shouldn't do it. I'm talking about the people that go out and get drunk past the tipsy point, even before then. When you know you're going down that road, you shouldn't be driving. You should not be driving. It's not about you. There's people out there with families. There's people with careers, aspirations and goals. And in an instant, it can end. Because you want to drive your own drunk car home and not get an Uber.
Yeah, and the fact that she hit the traffic light shows she was too drunk to be driving as well.
How hard did you hit that fucking traffic light for it to go down like that?
Yeah, that's not 1 or 2 drinks.
So you killed a deer, you've taken out a traffic light, there would have been a strike 3 and it might have been a person. So they're good to arrest you. They should probably take your license away for a few years, send you on a course, teach you a lesson to respect the cars and respect the road, because we already have enough idiots on the road. I was literally driving down the road the other day with my friend Anya. We're coming back from dinner, and 4 times in a row, some prick was doing something stupid, and one of them turned out to be drunk. Luckily, I'm very aware when I'm on the road. I don't fuck about. And this guy came out in front of me, and I swerved. But if I wasn't on the ball, he would have hit us. Right. Oh, I won't say where it is, but right, like local. He came out of the thing while I was like driving at 40 miles per hour. And luckily, my car's got that auto sense thing, and I saw it, so my car stopped almost instantly. But maybe if it didn't have that thing, me and Anya would have been through the windshield. Yeah, so fuck drunk drivers, man. They're the worst. They're actually the worst.
You do stops with this shit in the car.
Right,
You're arrested for DUI. Go ahead.
Have a seat. Teresa, I do want you to understand these are traffic tickets, okay? Nothing criminal here. They're motor vehicle offenses, okay? You have the right to remain silent.
Just shut up. I understand. I've seen
You have the right to
Law
talk
and
to a
Order.
lawyer and have
I've
him
seen
present.
Law and Order.
All right, so we're going to go to our station now. We're going to do our process. I'll
That's
try to
fine.
review your rights again.
That's fine.
And we'll take it from there, okay?
That's fine.
All right.
She said, Just shut up.
What's a little bitch? What the fuck? The guy has to read you your rights, you donut. I've seen Law and Order. Shut up, man. The fuck? Sit in the police car, do your crocodile tears, and just go to the police station. He already said you're not getting charged as a criminal. They're all driving offences, so you got off lucky. Thank God you didn't hit someone. Then you tell the man to shut up. He should have slapped you around your face there and then. Should have gotten your dad to slap you one. My dad would have slapped me if I said some dumb shit.
Her dad gives her a piece of his mind when she gets home as well.
That's what I wanted to ask you. I almost forgot. So you, when we opened the video, you weren't on the father's side.
No, so I didn't know that the father doesn't arrest her. I genuinely thought because I originally saw it from TikTok and it was misleading, and I didn't watch the whole thing because I wanted our reactions to be organic. And the way it was made out was that she drink drives and he arrests her. So I was a bit like, okay. Obviously, I didn't know to the extent of her knocking over traffic lights. All I saw was dad arrests daughter for drink driving. And I was a bit like, okay, it's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Because that's your child. I'm sure no one wants to arrest their child. I'm sure you don't want to like ruin her career, because if she loses her license or can't do her career anymore, that's messed up. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, she has committed an offence and she does need to learn. So realistically, she's being punished for her own actions. Like I always say, if it isn't the consequences for your own actions. But at the same time, it's just a bit tough when it's your dad. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, if I was a police officer, it's going to sound really incriminating, but let's say I was a police officer and one of my family members did something illegal. I'm not going to arrest them or snitch on them. That's my family.
Well, there's two trains of thoughts here. In this situation, you would have no choice. Anything that you would have done to lie to the police officers would have cost your daughter. So in that situation,
of course, yeah.
you would be like, listen, they've caught you. Let's not make this worse. But
Correct.
if they hadn't been caught, I can understand. I can imagine a scenario where my wife has crashed into a lamppost and she's drunk. I'm not going to call the police and be like, yo, my wife is just driven drunk and she's crashed into a lamppost. Obviously, you're going to try and get them out scot-free.
Yeah.
But if she's surrounded by officers, the evidence is there, and the pole's over there, I'm going to say, babe, listen, just be quiet. You're fucked. Like, let's just take this L. I'll be with you during it. But if you keep talking, we'll you think it's going to happen?
Yeah, but the thing is I get it, because like I think everything that police do now is recorded.
Yeah.
So if they're seen not doing their job properly as well, they can lose their job, and he shouldn't have to lose his job because his daughter was irresponsible. It's not like she'll never be able to drive ever again.
Yeah.
She'll be banned for a while. Lesson learned, don't ever do it again. Do you know what I mean? And at least no one got hurt and she was able to still learn her lesson. But if things weren't recorded and he caught her, then maybe just give her like I don't know, because if someone does something like that and doesn't have repercussions, they're gonna do it again. People need to learn.
All right, let's use each other as placeholders, right? If you called me up and said, Mike, I'm drunk and I've crashed into something and it's falling in the road, I'll come and get you. I won't scold you when we're out on the roads. I'll put you in the car, or like we'll drive, we'll get back here, and then I'll scold you. I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? You're jeopardizing everything that you're working towards. You could have hurt somebody. What is your mum gonna do if she loses you? What's your dad gonna do? I'll rip into you. I'll do everything that I can to make you realize how much of an idiot you are. And I would assume you'd do the same to me if you found out I was drink driving.
Probably not.
No,
because I don't ever rip into people.
I could have killed someone.
I get it.
I could have killed. It could have been your brother.
I'll probably tell you, like, Michael, like, that was really bad. Like, you fucked up. But I wouldn't be there, like, proper grilling you about it.
Yeah, but okay. The reason I'm saying use us as a placeholder is that like we do stuff together, right?
Yeah.
And if one of us fucks up, both of us are gonna eat the brunt of it for something like this.
Yeah.
Right. So if you did something like that, I'd say to you, why are you?
What's that got to do with you if I did that?
If you get arrested, if you get like a criminal charge, say for example, the whole reason I'm grilling you is someone could have been there. So you could have murdered someone.
Yeah.
If I don't grill you now, maybe you go out of your girls again because you've already done it once and you do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe someone close to you telling you about yourself is a wake up call. Because sometimes when you don't tell someone, you're
yeah,
an
but
idiot.
you're saying if it's one of us does something, both of us get the brunt of it. I don't understand how you would get the brunt of anything for something that I did.
If you get a criminal charge and let's say, for example, the reason you're grilling somebody is because there's a potential that you can hit someone, then how am I going to do the YouTube channel? You'll go to prison.
Yeah, but she's not going to prison.
That's the whole reason you grow someone, so they don't get there. The whole reason we would come back in, I'd be like, don't do dumb shit like that, is because this could happen. This could happen. You get it? I think you need to rip into people when they do shit like that, because you're playing with people's lives. Not
Of
just the lives
course.
of the people on the road, but the lives of the people in your life. It affects everybody around you.
Yeah, and you can really fuck up your whole life. Like, I think about people who need their cars for work. And honestly, for people who drive, it's a big deal. And especially if you need your car for work, one night of having a couple more drinks than you needed to and drink driving, putting everyone in harm's way, is you're fucking up your whole life for the sake of a couple of drinks or not getting a cab home. And it's like some people might lose their job and their career over it. Let's say it was a footballer and they got caught drink driving and their whole career's over now. Your whole career done because you couldn't control yourself from drinking and not driving.
The thing is that everyone sees these things happening time and time again, and yet they still do it. They have all these things going for them and they still do it. So I just don't feel sympathy for them. If you're paralytic drunk, I don't even know how you navigate to your car. But even if you're like, you know, drunk off quite a bit, why would you like? It's not about you at that point. You share a road with millions of other people. You should be considerate on some level. Like, imagine you were driving and you got to your house and maybe you didn't park up properly and you slammed into the curb and your mum's standing there. Or your neighbor's dog is there, or something. Will you drive into the front? Like, because we haven't seen idiots do that before.
Is a sheriff like higher than a normal police officer?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's basically saying like,
I think it's sheriff, deputy.
He allowed the officers to arrest her, but it's like she's in the wrong. So it's not like he could have actually stopped them. But then it makes you think: would a sheriff have the power and authority to stop them from doing that?
No, the sheriff can't stop. If the criminal activity or her driving offences have been caught on camera, there's enough evidence. The sheriff can't overrule it, especially because if he tries to or she tries to, it's on camera. So the person above the sheriff will be like, "Well, you can't be the sheriff anymore because
you're
you're an
not
idiot."
capable. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's all I really. Is there anything you want to add to it?
No, not
It's just,
really.
fuck drunk drivers, man. They're idiots.
Yeah, don't drink and drive.